Alright, welcome back to the Fortress of Mirapede. So, we are busy investigating. We're getting close to the truth. We figured out where Child went, and now we just need to figure out why he went there and if he's okay. Because supposedly we're the only ones that care about him in this game. Poor guy. Anyways, I really want to see what happens, so let's get into it.
Hey, you over there?
Hi? Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games?
Oh my word.
You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Are you for real? They still have to add TCG somehow into the quests? Even people down here play that game?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Yeah. Wow, it's almost like they're really trying to advertise this game in the game.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No thanks, we're busy with other things at the moment.
Alright. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether
their
you're throwing down
cards.
cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it?
I
It's all
guess
the
so.
same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Okay. Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
I mean, he already is.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have.
Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
I didn't know that.
There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros.
The Bombshell Bros?
I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. It's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the Fortress of Mirapede before?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
I could see that, to be honest.
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime.
Exhaled?
Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
Is that why everyone, that's why everyone who meets him is gonna be like, I'm gonna be the warden one day, because it's actually possible to become a warden if you're once a convict?
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Sure thing. He's definitely be one of those opponents you can actually go against. Wow, we're actually seeing other people by the cafeteria for once. Lol.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
It's so weird that no one has to wear like different clothes when you get put in jail. Probably because you obviously
If you ask me,
don't want to go
those
through that
pompous
effort.
parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, How cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
Well, that's very specific.
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Yeah.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Dang.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld.
Maybe just don't commit a crime. Just kidding. I know sometimes people get like put in jail for like the smallest things. I mean, we got put in jail for eating cake, but ours is fake, so I don't think everyone else has as a silly crime as us.
Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Sounds like something in Honkai Star Rail with Billabog. I think you're right. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy.
That's true.
Okay, how's this gonna help us though? I guess it makes us have to be wary of like some type of rebellion. I don't know.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
I thought we were going to go get Fremenade to
So I
go
say,
diving.
That's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, okay. It's not as easy to eavesdrop it.
Sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
That's not a good way to apologize. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. It's just that I wanted to hear your private, very private conversation. Like Paimon? Seriously? Oh, now that's awkward.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Extroverts. Thanks, you guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Is this the guy that they're talking
But
about?
before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Oh.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh, it was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't
yeah.
worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that
Thanks for clearing
our
up.
information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Whoa. So
you two
crazy.
really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Sure, fill us in. Oh my Archon, I'd love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Bro, you said you know us. Like, come on.
I don't
know we
mind
have a
him.
big title.
Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Okay, we ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious.
Yeah.
Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
It was fabulous. Absolutely scrumptious.
Is that so?
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals.
Whoa, really?
I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
Yeah, what Paimon said.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking,
That wasn't
I
line.
guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully.
Wow,
This
that
little
easy.
bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Okay, Did the Laveroon just wink at me? Seems he's saying, don't be upset, he's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Wirelessly. It's like, yeah, wirelessly. Hopefully I can plant this in my brain so I don't have to say the whole thing, the name wrong, the whole Archon Quest until I'm editing, and then I only finally manage to understand the name.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
They don't say his name a lot because they're always saying the Duke.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
I think is that the guy we saw outside the infirmary and wants to see the nurse?
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research
Oh.
Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
Oh, okay, so it's not like a crush thing. It's, I guess, yeah, it wouldn't make sense to be crushed. It's more that he's fascinated as a instinct for a researcher. And she's probably interesting to him.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Ah, interesting. According to Quistot, I forgot how to say the name already, a person named Jurier frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he
Pretty
was
sure we
passing
ran
by
into him.
the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
Isn't that the guy we call Chief?
You mean he hit a woman?
Huh?
Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days too.
Was this man child? Was she like trying to fight with child, or was this like another man?
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
So Doria had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I remember that too. I'm probably saying all these names wrong
We've talked
again.
to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny.
Okay.
According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Is it really all right for us to talk about people behind their backs like this?
That's just how it goes. Good gossip is still gossip.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But wait, we're not just gossiping. This is legit information we're discussing here, right?
Okay, at least they're trying to be respectful. I'm not a very gossiping person myself. Why is this never down here? There we go. What happens if I stand here? Will it hurt? Will it kill me? I'm kind of scared. I would never do this in real life. I would be way too much of a scaredy cat, but... Well, not scaredy cat. I just value my life. But what happens now? Ah! Oh. Okay, no, you're taking me past the point again. No, that's where I need to go! Why is this place so fucking confusing? Wait, they wanted me to... Oh my god, was it supposed to be that complicated? Lenny, what's wrong with you? This whole time I thought this was another floor. No, it is. It is another floor. I don't think Lenny expected me to get up this way. Hi.
Huh?
How's no one seeing how suspicious he is?
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected
We have to be on our
of the
guard
legendary
still,
duo,
Paimon.
you have my full and undivided attention.
We always have your full and undivided attention. It's just the effect I have on people.
Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Okay, so you actually told the organization he needs a holiday. The most important thing right now is to catch up with him. Yeah, and we need Fremne.
His escape
Can we
route is
just get to
already
that?
flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Yeah.
Well,
Make it
when
seem
you
like
put
it's
it
his
that
idea.
way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you. Thank you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Risley's. Risley? Like rice? Risley? Risley? I was gonna say Risley, okay?
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route.
Okay.
And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest.
Well, that's
That's
long.
6 days from now.
Jeez.
And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen
Okay.
carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs.
Okay.
You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give it my best shot. Did you only say that because I'm an amateur? That's kind of want a reaction from him.
No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say it yourself? It's always been your strong suit. I'll believe
look, we
anything
did
as
get
long
some
as
good
it comes
info.
from you. So, please prove your prowess to me once again.
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Alright. Alrightio. Oh, that was a cutscene for a second. I was like, oh no, is something bad happening? Oh,
Hey,
she pokes her
stay
head.
here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Okay. Paimon doing something.
There seem to be several people inside.
I'm pretty sure this is still obvious, even though he's small. Let's try eavesdropping on them first. You climb behind the corner and try your best to eavesdrop the people inside the infirmary. Several people appear to engage in a conversation, but you only manage to get pieces of it.
It's not impossible.
Dang, it's kind of realistic how
Hard to
you can hear.
understand them from here. So why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
Well, I guess let's go and try. No other thing we can do. What? Whoa. Traveler made a sound. Okay. How do we bring that in the Fortress of Meripede? I'm pretty sure they would take every belonging of us. Okay.
Whoa, are you okay?
No.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The
Begin
traveler
what?
started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and
Help
pale
me.
complexion. Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please lie down over here.
Ugh, my stomach really hurts. I think I need to go to
I'll get you
loo.
to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
No, I don't need a bed. I need the bathroom. Oh my word. I'm sorry. I'm taking this very seriously.
Do it, traveler.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Okay. And she won't be able to tell that we self-sabotage, right? Siegewin has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
It'll take a lot to kill me. I've been
Oh,
stricken by a
that's
god
good.
before.
But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please relax and take a deep breath.
Wait, am I meant to breathe out yet? Siegewin's using her hands to palpate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
Ugh, yeah, that hurts a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here.
Uh,
Oh, how strange.
I mean, I'm fine. Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. I can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is.
What?
I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
Okay.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll
Oh.
inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible.
Well, I mean, we did have purple meat and freaking Woolsey didn't say anything about it. I don't think he cares about the quality.
Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you?
Alright, thanks, Siegewin.
Miss Lorvine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Yeah, well, obviously. That smile. Phew, this infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. And we'll kill them! Kill them all! Okay, Siegewin just called that woman Lorvine. I think I'm saying that right. So she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is Jury? I forgot to say it.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Alright. I mean, still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It will draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too. Is he jealous? Is he intimidated by my beauty?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Ah, well, that's true.
Oh, it just reveals his name anyway.
What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and injured.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
Oh.
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Is she like just wanting to learn from Sijuin and she's just trying to get sick so she can learn about medicine? She's interested in it?
Also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses.
Oh.
As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Oh.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please. Keep it civil at least.
They're both wearing the same thing. These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there is a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishing on the wall, eh? Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
How did he get in jail? The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's also a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
I mean, I don't think you're in charge of that.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
Okay.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
Strange how?
I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sijuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Yep. Well, I haven't left my
Thank
spot.
you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
You take the stomach pull that Sijuin gave you. I mean, is that okay since that's not the actual cause?
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember? I don't think we heard what they were discussing before. Or maybe she doesn't... She doesn't have Alzheimer's, does she? Is that the word?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
Oh no, what does she suffer from exactly?
Alright, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
Thanks.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double check a few details, if that's alright with you.
Yeah, Traveler is just my name.
Those two made
Traveler.
quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
You always would anyways.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it. Alright then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night. Got it! Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Sideween's still looking at me. I should try to take a nap, like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Wait, did I say that out loud? You move yourself to the regular patient's bed, blah blah, holding back. Okay, you can however still catch the hints of Paimon's conversation with Sideween.
We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong.
Don't give too much away, Paimon.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion, that brings a wave of comfort. You let yourself relax. Oh, that's so sweet.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I wonder if they put that conversation there to foreshadow something between Paimon and Lumine. They'll tell me they're gonna have to split, or one of them's gonna get hurt, or it's foreshadowing them having to be apart. Or she's just missing a twin, I don't know. I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sideween.
Paimon seems to have good memory. Oh, I'll hate them. What was the point of coming here again? I forgot our objective.
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that. You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Sleep talk? Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now!
Oh, was she reminiscing?
Paimon talked with Sideween the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
I feel like there's something going on there. Whether it's bad or not, there's something secretly going on. Are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Sideween asked to Lorvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Lorvine and Juria's arguments genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Oh, would you write it down? I don't think it's good to write down stuff. I think we should only verbally communicate. Oh, she's actually wearing a disguise? Doesn't look like it. And finally, the promised 9th day arrives.
Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Vinny!
We haven't met him since the first introduction. Why Ori's here? Is this something like work?
Oh!
Hmm?
Or we pertain to be surprised?
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Okay.
Wait, why is
How
she
good is
getting
his
involved
acting?
as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
You really do seem to be an expert at this, but I guess this is your job.
Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You're both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Oh, let's hope so.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
Oh no, this protecting me like doing something we wouldn't like though? I get it now.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we've heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Out of Ethan Lamine, who came out first, who's technically the older one. By a few seconds. Honestly, it feels like Lamine. I mean, I'm used to being the younger one, but Lamine gives the vibes of the older sister, I'm not gonna lie. But she's not like older, like actually older
Lynette
sister, just the
should
first
be
to
here right
come out.
now.
The the first to be birthed.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying.
Strange. Lynette?
Wait, should we all just enter the room like this? Isn't this suspicious?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records.
Makes sense.
Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things?
What do you mean? She's a nurse. Or doctor.
She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
I mean, that's going the extra mile, and that's a pretty good thing.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Yeah.
None
Sounds
of the
like
beds
James
have any
Bond
signs
music
of
or
having been
something.
Slept in, except that one over there.
That's the one she used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
Is there some trapdoor that flips around and then captures you?
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Also what is going on here? Creepy? Oh no, that's not a good sign. It's okay, Lenny, calm down. We'll find her. We got it.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Maybe it's just where she stores stuff. I don't know. Lenny needs sound to get close and move ahead, blah blah.
The space
That goes
behind
too
it is
quickly, man.
empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart.
I'm a slow reader.
There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
I think you're telling that to yourself more than to us. The look on Lenny's face, he's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic, he probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Yeah, that's what I said. Shame. Oh no. Maybe she's
Hey, you guys, there's a
not
slip
in
of
infirmary
paper
anymore.
over here.
A slip of paper.
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
What?
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
Who is it from? What?
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
What?
No. Could she have... Is she already...
No, she's not. She's okay.
Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Oh no. I'm pretty sure she's fine though. He wouldn't just kill her.
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
He made us think we're in control. Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Dang. He's prejudiced. Okay. Wow. Why did he only go after Lynette? Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her?
Because maybe he could only prove that she was doing something and wanted to use that as leverage? I don't know.
Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Oh, shame. Don't worry, Liddy, we're here. We're here.
You're right.
We're here.
Wait, but that means... the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it's something... because I guess he knows Lenny kind of leads the group.
We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Oh, we have to split up?
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lenny, it's okay. Calm down. We're here.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
No, you just trusted your comrades, and it just doesn't always turn out to be okay, but you trusted them to take care of themselves. It's okay.
I'll go talk to Risley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Wait, don't be impulsive. That's what he wants, probably.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Oh no. Oh, she was just there the whole time? So she wasn't in on it. Because she seems... Oh, never mind!
Right.
Oh my god!
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
I was about to say, there's something more to her, but they may seem like she just happened to stumble upon us now, but no. That's not the case.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Oh, that just spot us.
Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Wow. Dang it, I thought it was so smooth.
Please help! She's sick!
Dang.
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Whoa.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
I told you there was something
Being
sus about her.
is quite the useful skill. Lenny, wait!
Lenny! Wait!
It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Whoa, you're super quick, my dude. Hold on. Ah! Where do you go?
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Where's Risley's office? Is it the thing in the middle?
Come out and face me, Risley!
Oh, dang, he's got thick boots.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Playing coy, eh?
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether.
Bro's ignoring his questions.
Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
Oh.
He's not. What do you really want?
Hi!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Dang. I was so immersed I couldn't even say anything. Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
I don't know, wherever child is.
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
Oh, is that legal?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Dang, Arsley is much more colder than I thought he was.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
Well, to be honest, I didn't think he was so, like, genuine and polite all the time. So, honestly, I'm not that surprised that he could be this cold.
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
That's so creepy.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed.
Well, why is there a forbidden zone?
Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Okay.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
What is his agenda? Like, why does he want to see Father?
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I guess that's a fair point, but you also, like, you know, convicted a Fatui Harbinger child for doing nothing. Until he started fighting back.
Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Wait,
2. Time's
Oh,
up.
oops, I skipped it, sorry.
It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
What does that mean? Please wait, can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare Fremne and Lynette. I want to save Fremne and Lynette too. Huh. I don't think he's gonna do it just because we said it.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Well, I mean, we don't really have anything to hide now, since he's basically caught us
Question
anyway.
1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. Oh, okay, it's one of these things again. Okay. If you break the hidden rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. Okay.
Time.
I don't know this one. I don't know, to be honest. Why does the strange meat appear the way it does?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans.
Okay, I can only think of that being the reason. Whoa, I got them right! I really guessed the one here, I think.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone.
It's
People
back!
are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
Detective Paimon's back with a luscious mustache.
At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us.
I get it, I'm getting it now. Also, I love how he's just listening so quietly.
The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
Linny is just like having a panic attack next to him, and he's like, my sister's disappeared and I'm being threatened, and they're busy talking about purple meat right now.
Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. Alright, now for my next question.
How's this, like, worthy to you, though? Like, why would you want to ask this question in exchange for very valuable hostages?
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Because it dishonors the spirit of fighting. Okay. The hidden rules of the was a pancreation ring I remember. If someone tries to support both boxes at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning, which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. Okay, what happens if you violate the pancreation's ring's hidden rule? You get this. Who sent the package containing the strange blood-colored fluid? I actually don't know.
I've been told
It's the guy who's been stuck here from Fanta Company. Right? And then why does it have a strange color? Why does it look the way? And why do only those who buy tickets to support both fights receive the package? Wait, hypothesis wrong? Oh, I just had to swap them around, okay?
Ah! Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the pancreation ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the Fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
Okay, interesting. Also, does he want us to answer these questions because he wants to see how good our detective skills are to help him with something else, maybe?
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company.
Oops.
Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
This one I'm actually not sure. The others I had an idea, this one's not so much. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind!
Lenny, wait!
You'll pay for this!
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Who shot him?
Lenny, are you alright?
What happened?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Siegewing.
Oh.
That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Dang!
Siegewing? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Jeez, wait, was he about to attack him with a card? Are those cards actually weapons?
Siegewing...
Shame, Lenny's just getting the worst of everything right now. Are you his accomplice in all this? Well, she's obviously on his side.
I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty.
Yeah, so, like, obviously she's gonna be on her, like, Duke's side.
When Monsieur
Warden,
Nervulette
whatever.
asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
Yeah, it was a reverse card. If you're close with Nivelette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him? Dang!
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Siegewing, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
What?
Well, it's nearly truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What a weird duo.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
Shame, man.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Jeez, he's just ignoring his emotional
Don't be
pain.
like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Huh?
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Siegewein, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
This is confusing me again.
What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Who else would be here? The Knave, Child, Niviolette, Farina? It's probably Niviolette and Farina. Oh!
Some space, please.
Okay, actually that makes sense. I forgot. That would make
Miss
sense.
Clarand. My door.
My door.
Fremine.
He's okay, right?
Fremine.
He's still breathing, I think. Did she save him?
What's going on? What is Clarand doing here?
Work.
I was about to say, she needs more screen time in this quest.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms, it can't be...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Wait, wouldn't he disappear by now?
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
This is so confusing. Did he only just have a tiny bit so it wouldn't kill him, but like immediately? What's going on? Lily's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Siegewein touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical care. Dang, Lenny's gonna hate this place. Siegewein's examining Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
Dang, so he survived primordial seawater? I thought if you just touch it, you disintegrate. Like Virginia... No, sorry, not Virginia. Gosh dang it, Virginia's the one in my head now, because of last time. I mean, Veneer.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her.
No
If
biggie.
my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
I was about to say, is it as metaphors? Did he actually give her tea? Because I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Lenny has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. It seems like he trusts what Siegewein just said. Poor guy. Fremine, you good? I don't know how you're sitting up right now, to be honest. Okay, explain yourself,
What's
Wisely.
that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegewein may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Oh.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Aww.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Dang, that made me like just imagine Fremne swimming desperately. Like, oh, that hurts me.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
Wait, save two? Save two what? As in Lenny Lynette?
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
He's just like, anyway, so... You want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Oh, why is he funny? Like, he'd hurt my boy Lenny. But, like, again, I don't think his intentions was to hurt anyone.
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
I mean, it looks pretty impeccable to me.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
And all the adrenaline going through you from being, like, nervous and scared for your siblings.
Everyone.
Lynette!
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Oh. He's alive! Aww.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
No.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
Yeah, you don't see them walk out?
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Clarande saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there? Poor Lenny. He went through so much in the past 5 minutes. Or 10. Then what happened to Child? Like, he's not from Fontaine, so he should be fine. Where am I going? He's awake!
He's awake!
Properly now.
Fremine, how do you feel?
I think. Oh.
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
We know.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater.
Oh.
I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
So if it floods the people that actually will devour them, what happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Okay. So, playing from his perspective.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
That is the question. Oh, we're actually playing as him. Well, since I didn't get to pull for him because I was on a banner 2 people already had, I wanted to risk it, but you know, did you see the upcoming characters? Especially when I already have the character. Is this a new sword I didn't know about? Wait, is there any chests? I didn't look properly. They've been doing this a lot where you're playing from other people's perspective, like other playable characters.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
I mean, I guess he had to pass through here if you went here and this is what you found. This place, this music's so pretty. And this place is kind of pretty, actually.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Try adjusting the... I can't read it, it's too fucking fast! Okay, adjust it first. I'm guessing that's what it's trying to say. Just down here and then make it go up. Yeah. Why there's always such, like, this writing that lasts so long on the screen which you don't need to see, and then when it actually is important writing, it's like bloop, 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 bloop. You can't read me because I'm going on the screen too fast. Genshin, like seriously, you should know by now. Come with me, little pink one. I feel less afraid when you're next to me. What happens if I fall? Will you fall with me? Oh, you're such a loyal penguin. He will be with me.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
It's a very good thing that Child isn't from Fontaine. Bro, I'd be way too scared to dive into the water. Like, I definitely have a fear of going into deep water. And in general, when it's not ensured to be safe, and you don't even know where it leads, and you're not very adept in holding your breath for long. Oh, I love that they added this mechanic. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm a diver. I'm a diver. I'm a diver. I'm a diver.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Wow. He's very observant. Or perceptive, I mean. Oh, this place is so pretty. Can we, like, visit this place again?
There are traces here, too. I need to keep going.
Where's the traces? I don't see them. Is it because it looks ruffled here? Oh, because it's bent this way. Wow, Child, you make a mess.
Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
What about this very ominous gate?
Wait. What the...
Oh no!
My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Oh jeez.
What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Oh no! Oh, am I slowed down? What happens if I turn back? I'm kind of curious, but obviously I don't want to hurt my poor Fremine. Our boy Fremine, we can't hurt him. But I'm kind of curious if I turn back what would happen. Let's get you out of here! Oh, my health bar. They actually, like, decreased it.
I can't die here.
Oh.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse. And I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Oh, dang. Clorend! Let's go! Yo, she really did come in time, because I was about to say, no way he survived and was just floating there for ages while we're having a conversation. Oh my word. Good thing she was there. But I'm surprised she's not that affected by it. But I guess she wasn't in the water as long as he was, so... Did he allow him to go knowing there will be Primordial Sea there?
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
No way he
That's
evaporated, right?
I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarand brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarand, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarand will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. I'll go talk to him. Yeah, you can explain things properly now.
It's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
I don't know if that's a good idea, but I guess he needs to hear the explanation. Just be calm.
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Okay, that's fair. He almost just lost his siblings. Why would he want to separate from them?
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Oh.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
Let's play some TCG.
In that case,
I brought some
leave
cards.
the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Our boyfriend Renee is fine. It's about time they gave him more screen time. Because, like, I didn't have the chance to connect with this character at first. Like, only, like, when I caught up with the Archon Quest, and then I was watching everyone's demo reels after that, because I didn't want to watch the demo reels until I finished the Archon Quest. And then I was like, okay, I see more, I get more about him, and then I started getting more attached. And then this quest has cemented it. But the first one, there was such a short amount of time. Oh yeah, we can finally go upstairs. Remember I was gonna go up these stairs, guys? And I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait until we come up here in the actual quest. And it's more fun that way. Hello.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
Well, it's good to know that while she was being deceptive, it wasn't really bad. Because, like, as I said, I knew she was hiding something, Siegeween. I wasn't sure if it was a bad or good thing. So, it's now clear it wasn't exactly bad.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegeween?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarand. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Same thing, tomato, tomato. Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin?
You can enlighten me anytime.
You start by asking me any questions you have. You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
Okay.
Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you?
Huh. Well, I guess fair, you know? Both want the same answer.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Aw, he cares for our safety.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
I can see it.
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Oh, dang.
I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good Mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So the Forbidden Zone really exists? What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after.
Okay.
Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
Okay.
All I need to prove
What
to
about
you
Charlotte?
is that
We
the
have
Forbidden
her-
Zone had nothing to do with the
to give her
Harbinger's
end of the deal.
disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Was that a compelling case?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Oh, please, we've heard of many unpleasant truths. Yes.
Follow me.
I like the little scar on his eye. It's kind of cool. But he's got like him on his chest and neck as well. Like, dang, what happened? But first, I'm Riceley. I'm very smart. And I like tea. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know about him. Oh, it's like the Chamber of Secrets kind of vibe.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Plus, did he build this, or was this built before he took the mantle?
Stand on the central plate.
Okay.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Yeah. Duh.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
But we have special treatment.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
No?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
He's just gonna allow us to decide? Like, this guy's pretty chill with holding secrets. He seems to be a guy he really only cares about specific things, and things he doesn't care about he really cannot give two shits. He's either very apathetic or very interested.
So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
I don't know if those are the right words to combine, but I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
I was planning to. Okay, what's so forbidden about this place? This room is really empty with nothing in here. Wait, what? This room is really empty with nothing in here. That's what is considered empty? Anyway, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate. Am I saying that
I've
right?
been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Oh, that's ominous. Very scary.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The water pressure? The temperature? Well, it's like red, so it makes me think temperature, but the water temperature seems to be more... I mean, water pressure seems to be more important.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well.
Oh, okay, so we said both.
Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature
Lovely.
should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Also, that makes sense why you didn't just, you know, poof, because it's like mixed in normal water. It's not just pure primordial seawater. So it kind of just, it's more of a painful death, I would say, actually. Who was in charge of this place before? Could you not ask them, or are they dead?
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
From where?
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Is that why you want to help?
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, and if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Yo, that's scary.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Yeah, like what happens if someone wanted to break into the Fortress of Meripede? Like, it would end up accidentally breaking one thing protecting Fontaine.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold.
Jeez.
Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld.
Oh, that's sad.
Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Oh, that is so scary. Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
True. So, as the Duke of Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Another thing?
This is it.
Oh, it's these two.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Edwin. Have we? Ed who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Yeah, if there's any world quest about him, I have not played it then.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Oh dang, I didn't think you would want to do that though.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Oh?
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
I like how he's even questioning it.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Bro, I want to see how he looks like without a shirt. For studying reasons, I just want to see how many scars he has. Obviously.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
It's Paimon. Oh, you need to get used to Paimon,
Really
so.
thinks everything's super cool.
That's so cute. Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Huh? Oh. Whoa. What is this? Is this civilization? Or was it a ship? This or buildings? This is.
What a huge
Yeah, it is a ship.
ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
Relatable, Risley.
Seems like you're good.
Risley?
Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
You're just gonna leave us here?
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions now will decide the next steps Linny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Linny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please. Actually.
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
It's a Fontaine thing, I guess.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sijuin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
Yeah.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Oh.
Yeah, he explained everything.
Okay, so we're actually gonna talk to
Very
him.
well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Yeah, but you gotta be calm. And take this news carefully. Linny sounds a lot more like his old self. Feeling better now, Linny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy with something or other, so let's just talk here.
Alright, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea.
Really?
My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meripede.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious since it's mixing with the water already.
That's our Linny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Linny's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question.
What do you know, Nicky?
If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out.
Why don't we just tell him? It seems like he knows we know, so does he just want to just flex how smart he is first? Especially that we were replying like, wow, you're so close to the truth. In other words, we know.
That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
The deliberation, you share the information, okay. I'll show you.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Yeah, I don't think they want Fontaine to suffer.
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
Whoa, is the knave gonna be friends with us? No kidding. I thought the knave was gonna be more cold. Are they trying to make her good because she's gonna be playable one day? No, give us a villain! Give us a villain! Well, she does have other agendas, but obviously she wants to help Fontaine.
Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Aw.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. We can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
Yeah, it's super cute. Oh, what was that?
Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
The faces.
you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
What do you have to say though first?
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
What? No, you did well. You couldn't help the situation you were in.
You're incredibly helpful. Lenny thinks so too.
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
It's always like that, isn't it?
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Oh?
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What a strange sight.
What would you like to eat?
We can choose?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Yay! Then I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer. Then I'll get the biggest portion you have to offer. I want both, but tastiest.
Me too! Don't forget Paimon! No problem. Just leave it to me. So delicious.
Free dinners are the absolute best.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders?
You should know, Paimon.
Wait a second, we did do plenty of work after all.
Yeah, we did.
Feeling
A lot,
full yet?
actually.
How's the food?
A lot of investigation, at least.
Delicious.
Which I'm not sure what it really mounted for at the end, because, I mean, you know, Risley Ray knew most of that. I guess we got some information he didn't know, and it helped us get out of the situation. Anyway, exquisite, thank you. Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super delicious. Whoa, what's wrong with the milk?
I'm so glad to see you all so happy.
What's wrong with the milk?
See, the expression on your face just now, the muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melusine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
Okay, what about that little devious thinking you had not so long ago? Where you're like, I like people thinking I'm dumb, so I can manipulate them, basically.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
She's probably not as sweet as we think she is, but she does have good intentions.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well? Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Oh, Okay, so so that's what I mean saving the two of them. I thought he was indicating Linny and Lynette, but I was like, how? But I guess they would go after him.
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clarand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader.
The Duke didn't have to be so provoke Linny that much. It was like a little too much, in my opinion. Unnecessarily, at least. But, again, at the end of the day, he has his own way of doing things for his own reasons.
Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervulette would come down here more often, too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
What? He strikes you as that kind of guy? But that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nervulette outside of his office. That face of hers.
You both worked very hard.
Thanks.
Clarand!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's alright. Miss Sigewin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Wriothesley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremonade too! You sure work super fast!
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sigewin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sigewin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
No.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
Oh.
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
What was that? I'm trying to... What was that clearing third for? What, do you care for her? In a sister sense? In a romantic sense? As a daughter sense? Like, how do you see it? It's all thanks to Nervulette. This is technically a work trip for us, too.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Yes, ma'am. I love her design as well. I just wish they would give her more time on screen to develop a character and stuff. Like, for example, the whole conflict she had between Navia, I really felt like they could have done more with that, but it got resolved very easily and quickly, and it was resolved without her really being on screen much. Other than her, like, you know, being honest about what happened with Navia's father. But, you know, I wish they'd give her a little bit more. You know, just something to add depth to her and to understand her character more. Because I really like her design and I really want to love her character as well. But we just don't have enough time with her. You need more than a badass scene to, like, fall in love with the character, you know? They even given Wriothesley more time. And he just got introduced this patch. Like, I think I understand his character more than her. I'm not gonna lie though, like most female characters their arcs get sidelined, or they have potential and they just get completely obliterated by superficial means. And then the guys' arcs continue to flourish. It's just like, that's just kind of, I'm just stating from what I've seen. I'm not trying to like call anything. I just tend to notice that with a lot of the female characters in this game. I think Navia is probably the best thing like they've done with the female characters, to be honest.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. What? What is this cursed image? What? When have we ever seen Paimon lie in a bed like this? This looks so wrong. Oh my god, the developers know what they were doing. Especially they just randomly show him full asleep. Oh my god. Wow, she really Reddy immediately fell asleep.
Delicious.
Oh, it's kind of cute though.
Paimon wants seconds for free.
To be honest, it's cute that they're like sleeping next to each other. Though I wish that, you know, they wouldn't make her like slap back on her back. Like she looks so weird that she's like doing like a she's sitting on her back like that. At least make her like curl up on the side or something. Looks very like stiff the way she's sleeping. Good night. Wow, they're giving like more cute moments between Paimon and Lumine. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Or they just realize they need to do that more on screen.
Out of my way!
Huh?
Get out of my way!
Oh, crowd?
What happened? Why is everyone running?
Uh-oh.
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Oh no, don't tell me the gate's breaking. What's that sound? Paimon, wake up! We need to get out of here and see what's going on. Oh my god, the alarm. Wait, where's the way out? Oh no. What on earth is going on?
What happened? Why is everyone running around?
And there's an alarm going off.
What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Just say they're in trouble, at least. Jeez, selfish.
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here.
Panicking.
Yeah. There you are.
Oh. Oh, did he come look for
thank
us?
Goodness.
Crystal and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
No, he came to tell us that.
Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so
Uh-huh.
you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Oh my word. My theory, I never said this theory out loud, but like before going into this, because you know, we've had a long time to think after the patch, I had a feeling the prison's gonna have to be evacuated, but I thought Child was gonna be in here and help us. So I got it half right. Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no. Isn't that the gate at the very bottom?
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what?
Doesn't
What?
matter,
Hey,
just
where
go.
are you going?
You guys evacuate, we'll be fine.
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey!
Whoa.
Be careful!
What's that little glitter in the air there?
Attention, please evacuate
Ah.
upwards and outwards,
Where am I going?
and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Okay. The Duke, we're coming! My word, I'm kind of nervous now. Uh-oh, and it's open. That means definitely something down here going wrong. Alright. We're here! Oh, it's animation. Uh-oh.
They're here.
Yep.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Uh-oh. Wait, you guys are Fontaine! You should get out of here!
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Wait, something alive down there? Or is it just water? Please be careful, you guys can dissolve! Oh, he's got like these little cool fist mechanic things. Oh no! Yes, cryo it! Let's go! That's not gonna stop it though. Frick. Ah no, don't let it touch you! What can you do about this?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, get in! Get in! Get in! Oh, that is so cool.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
I was clenching so hard there. Oh no.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
I mean, he's got cryo. What's she gonna do about it? She doesn't have cryo. She's electro. Oh, that is so cool. Whew.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Okay.
Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay. Alright, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Of course. Dang. Escalated very quickly. But first, I have time to get that, Hydroculus up there. That was, focus, it's gonna take too long. Oh, that was such a cool cutscene, though. Oh, yeah, okay. I swear I'm not making this up. But my other prediction was that, the water, at one point in the quest, the place, everyone, was, like, the actual country was gonna get flooded. And it was gonna be a big wave, and that, I knew that Warsley was a cryovision, because I told you, he's, like, the one character I couldn't avoid getting spoiled on the internet. And I was like, oh, he's gonna be, like, one to, like, cryo the waves. And I literally called it. And, okay, sure, the waves weren't here in Fontaine, like, above. But it happened down there, and it was, like, and he cryoed the wave. I was right! That's so cool. Okay, oh, I saw the 2 Fatui Harbingers there. Oh, there's more, never mind.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me.
Yep, that's us. Also, let me just quickly get this out here, because it looks like I'm just making up, so I'm just gonna say it now. The other prediction I had, like, these are all my own predictions. I was just theorizing what could happen in the future. The other one was, I thought that maybe when the place is getting flooded, like, all the capable people are gonna get the civilians out, and then he was, and then Warsley was gonna cryo the waves. And then while Child was gonna actually be there because he was gonna be in jail, and I thought he was gonna have to evacuate with us, and then we're gonna have to get all the civilians out. And I thought, like, once we'd done that, there was gonna be like this funny dialogue that Prime's like, "Hey, like, thanks for helping us save people from drowning. You know, since you almost drowned Leeway." Like, I feel like that would have been so ironic how Child saves people from drowning in Fontaine, in contrast to almost drowning Leeway.
Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I will do my best. She's nervous. Since she doesn't have the Gnosis, is she less powerful? Since it's not on her?
So you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Well, yeah, hi.
Of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
I don't think she's gonna buy that Farina. But, again, we face to face with another Fatui Harbinger.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler.
She definitely knows us,
I have
probably.
heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Hello there. So this is the Knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and the Linny siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Greetings. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day.
What?
Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
That's crazy. She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
I don't know if I even tried it, but it might be poisoned. Okay. It's pretty good. It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all.
Oh.
You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Wait, how does Child know that? How many times have we spent time with Child off screen? And he talks about us with his colleagues? I mean... Wait, Child should have no reason to have something like... Yeah, wait, yeah! Child should have no reason to have said something like that. No, let it be true. Let it be true. Don't be some type of suspicious thing.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Supposedly he is, and I don't know how those three goons knew. Not kidding. Those three guys knew. I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Farina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Eudex Neuvillette right in front of you.
Yeah. You just kind of opened the conversation to something awkward.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, I guess that explains why he also got easily knocked out by Neuvillette, because, you know, he doesn't necessarily take all his power out on normal people, which is fair enough. I'm pretty sure Chad has claimed that he doesn't go too hard on, like, ordinary people. That's why he loves when there's a challenge. I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
What do you mean?
But
that can mean two things.
You would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We've been there for months, haven't we? That's crazy.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Do we?
Oh. And just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
And where did he go after leaving?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't meant to skip. Oh no, Paimon's statement just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Mirapede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there are also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago.
Aww.
Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
Oh no. Also, I'm gonna say it here. Just freaking... I said it right here. Here's video proof. I really think that Tonya is going to be playable in the future. I feel like all the ginger heads in the game are reserved for his family, since there's no other gingerhead playable characters. And I feel like the next one is going to be Tonya. And since they talk about her a lot, and she seems to be the second oldest, you know, after Child or something, I really think she's going to be like Collie's age and model. And she's going to have like orange hair, and she's going to be playable, and we're going to meet her in Snezhnaya. I really do think that. But Let's see.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good to me, yes?
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
I wouldn't say that. Whoa, what? What's wrong?
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Uh-oh.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Is she nervous so it's quivering, or is there like a disaster happening outside?
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, frick, cutscene. This must not be good. Then. Also cool. Oh, what's that?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Is that a Conrian thing?
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Oh no! Come on, Nebula, let's see it! Are we not gonna see it? Oh, never mind. Whoa, what's happening? Oh! Oh, dang!
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day!
Let's go!
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Oh. Oh my word.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Oh, that's cool. That was a good line. Dang. That's not gonna hold it though. Forever, probably.
Alright. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
It's a good thing the prison is run like this, because the people are all kind of willing to be here. Therefore, them evacuating isn't so much of a problem than like a normal prison where people take this opportunity to flee. Maybe some people would, but I feel like there'll be enough guards to handle those stray people.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Oh?
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
Oh.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Oh my word.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
It's going as smooth as it can be, probably. It's impossible that it won't escalate a little bit, since we have to face with certain problems. Face against certain problems.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Oh no, things are gonna get more serious now.
Miss Farina.
She has been patient, though.
As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you, it beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Oh, dang.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to...
What the fuck, Internet? I was getting into that. Why? Oh my fucking gosh. Oh my word.
Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high!
Farina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
So, was that all a lie? Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated like a pop balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I mean, I feel like she is telling the truth, but you need to word it differently. That doesn't sound like you are putting on an act.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes.
Oh. That's a cool shot, especially with her cool eyes.
Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way.
I wonder how she got those eyes.
Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as Your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh no, Farina, you're not holding up this argument well.
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Oh. Is it the old... Oh, she's Pyro. I just realized. Is this the first time we're seeing it? I don't think we've had a clear back shot like this. I thought she would be like, ice, to be honest. I know she has red on her, so it matches the Pyro, but I don't know, I felt like she would have been a cryo character. I wonder who's controlling it then. Is it maybe the past Archon?
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Oh, jeez.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
I just realized how it looks like the bird wings, her hair. That's so cool.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
Oh.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
She didn't want to elaborate, just make her aware that she knows how insecure she is without him. Getting in her head. These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Neuvillette's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea, but can he really deal with it all by himself? And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Okay.
You too, Paimon.
Wow, she got recognition from a Fatui Harbinger. This is the first for Paimon. And never thought there would be a first.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
When it's like a mom when they scold on their own children, but then super nice to the friend.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
Gives that kind of vibes.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
Wow, the mood changed so much.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
It's like they completely forgot what they talked about, dang.
It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too!
Well. You want to speak about it, Farina? Tell me, how did that conversation with the Fatui Harbinger make you feel? Sad? Frustrated? You can talk to me. No? Okay. Well, what do you have to say?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Okay. Good luck. Whoa, where am I? Is it always? I didn't know it was like outside here. Dang. Alright, let's talk.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
Oh, dang. I had a feeling, but still.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
There's no need. I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
Oh.
I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
Well, I mean, one of them almost drowned and got in danger with the Primordial Sea, so yeah, you should worry a little more.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
What an odd question.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
She was just having tea, not really caring about the child being declared guilty.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
He literally had nothing to do with it, and I can actually vouch.
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
He did, which is convenient for you. Did you sabotage?
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
Oh, she was in disguise? Dang, that disguise, though. I know people are gonna be thirsting over that on the internet. That's so cute, though. She's like, you little kitty.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious.
Look, she's just different to other Archons, okay?
Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
Oh. Whoa, is that why she was nervous and she didn't tell anyone because of her pride?
It's
the
just
kitty.
as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon.
How can you tell?
In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
How did she get that?
Who are you? And
Oh, dang. She really is helpless. I thought she would have some type of ability.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
Oh my word. No wonder why she was terrified. No shame, look at her. She's terrified. And the kitty's comforting her. Oh.
Not long after, my informants confirmed
Cats are
what
the
I had
best.
guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Dang.
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
Yeah, I did see this theory going around when I heard about him being the Hydro Dragon. So I was like, people saying he's either the Hydro Dragon or the Archon Dragon. Again, I've been trying to stay away from theories, but that was like mixed with the Hydro Dragon I saw. But I wonder if that's true, but that's too on the nose maybe. But I feel like she's just, like she said, cursed or something is the problem.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
Oh.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette.
I like how this line dialogue matches what Linny said about the Harbingers, so it shows that he was listening to her.
Oh,
Connects well.
And I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Eudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the Fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
I wonder if she really isn't the Hydro Archon. I could see Genshin pulling a plot twist like that. But does that mean Neuvillette is then? But I swear, like, everything about the Hydro Dragon matches up to him. I don't know if he can be the Archon and Hydro Dragon, so I don't think
You
it's
should know the rest.
simple.
Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
Jeez.
It wouldn't mean
Tell
anything,
us.
even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Yeah, she wouldn't even be our witness.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth.
How ironic.
Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Are they foreshadowing the final chapters of this game where we have to join the Fatui Harpagers to go against Celestia? Anyway, Neuvillette?
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side, explain, explain, and explain, explain.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does that mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the fortress of Mirapede? Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so.
Also.
The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
This is really quite dark and feeling hopeless.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
No! Now knowing about the theory, this makes it so much more sadder. The clear sky suddenly filled with dark clouds. The rain became heavier, light rain soon growing to a downpour. Just moments before, Neuvillette just mentioned his sense of grief. Thinking back to that legend and what Femine said, it said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Neuvillette, you can't be. Dun dun dun!
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Ah! Let's go! Confirmation!
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of the water. I don't know if I said sovereign right.
Dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
Oh.
Farina?
What is she doing?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
Aw, he really cares.
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly randomly, we didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the Dragon Sovereign of Water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Wow, people really trust us.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and you were able to force back the Primordial Sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
Oh.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any
so he
case,
hasn't lived for that long.
I believe I will
as I
not be
thought.
able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
Whoa.
Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Yeah.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Sure. See you later, Nebulette.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought it was gonna end for a second. I was nervous. I mean, it has been quite long, but still. Oh, it's raining. It's so sad. It rains. When I think about it, when I'm actually just in most of the countries, it doesn't rain in the country. It's only when you're out in the wild. Is that just convenience, or is that just weird timing? I kind of want to see these guys dancing in the rain. No, it's clearing up!
You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish.
Shut up.
Storm Fury.
Actually, it was quite the opposite. I was disappointed. I wanted to see them dancing in the rain. That would have been cool. Well, we had like no child. I'm so sad.
Traveler, Paimon, you're back. Are you still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're both doing great. Man, I wanted more answers to why he got convicted. Like why he was declared guilty. Like I wonder why Child was declared guilty.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being.
Yeah, the other two helped as well, but he definitely did the Big Bang.
Of course. We must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Nervulette know that he was needed here? Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced.
Dang.
I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright.
Aww. I wonder, wait, Farina must know that he's the Hydro Archon, right? I mean, Hydro Dragon, right? Like, I'm guessing we know, she must know. Man, every time it rains, she must feel so bad that he's crying.
If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know.
Thanks.
They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
A little weird worded, but it's fine.
You guys are back?
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals, is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
These two, they sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I feel like that goes for most people here. Fair enough. I'm sure the welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently. Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria. Your milkshake bring all the girls in your damn right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure the welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Okay, no pressure.
Hey, why don't we have a meal with those two one of these days?
No.
You want to cook for them yourself?
Why not? Good chance to show them what I can do.
They're so cute. Aww.
Courier? Miss...
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
I was working on something, so I forgot.
I hate when I accidentally, like, my finger just clicks, like, without me even telling you to.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Guys having a lover's quarrel.
Lurvine, we're back!
Though I do hate when people assume you're dating when you tell people you're not, like, so many times.
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine, thanks. What about you two?
Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
Oh.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh.
Oh, yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Oh.
Not at all!
Dang.
Courier, the rumors about us are literally everywhere now. Please do something about it.
But it's not like I caused them by myself. All right. I'll try to do something about it when I can find the time.
What do you mean by yourself? You somehow caused the rumor too? Interesting. He's like, it's not like I caused them by he said I didn't cause them by myself, not I didn't cause them. Full stop.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
So cute.
Well, look who it is.
Was he right? I want to know.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an A.
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
Two very quiet people, eh?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
Dang. Well, she normally ends them, so, you know, I'm not kidding.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were,
She showed us all your baby
a bit
pictures.
hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with
So
us
embarrassing.
in the future.
It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
And also capable of assassinating someone out of nowhere.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well.
Oh.
She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Dang, are we allowed to just say that? Like that?
Got it.
At least you took it well.
That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Wait, what? Why? Why would we want to spend more time here?
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
Paimon and me went from complaining about the Spinadula freaking Navia's Sua's hotel to wanting to spend time in prison in not the greatest looking place with views or anything.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely.
Yeah, your father gave us some.
Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Gosh, they're talking my language. Stop! I want tea now. And I always love snacks. A little too much. The word snacks just sounds so scrumptious. I know that sounds random, but it really does.
We should start preparing that tea party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
Aw, so cute. Hello. Beautiful, beautiful man.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
I mean, you said yourself, some people decide to stay here.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Eudex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's going to work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
Aw.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Why would you say that? Now I want milkshakes. Paimon, you can make me spend unnecessary money.
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Oh, what random gifts.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies.
Okay.
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sigewin too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Oh.
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Hey.
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Man, that's mean that it's gonna be on our record. I don't know how to feel about that. Let's not talk across the desk. Let's talk face to face.
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
Oh, that's all I have to say. It's just a repeated line. It would be cool if we ended off like with us like going to bed or something, and next thing Chad just pops in like, "Hey, I'm back!" It's like, what the fuck? And then it ends there. That'd be pretty funny. We need to focus our attention back to the mystery they created around it and not completely neglect it. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, okay? But come on, just even story writing, you should do that. Like, narratively wise would make sense. I can't wait until next patch. Oh yeah, I want to try Neuville's demo character after this, like thingy. So, his trial after this, because I haven't tried it yet, because I want to wait until finishing this quest, because I didn't want, like, to see what extent of his abilities he could do. And now we have an idea, I don't mind so much. It will help me convince me who I want to pull for, Neuvillette or Wyrsley. I really like them both. To be honest, like, I really love, like, this might sound absurd to some people. I really like Wyrsley, Wyrsley's design a bit more. It's more of my taste, but not even like hotness wise. I'm just talking about, like, it looks pleasing. Like, his design is very pleasing to me. But Neuvillette is such a cutie. Like, he's such a soft, sweet boy who can still get shit done. We all love men who can be like that. And he's pretty.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
It feels like a huge weight is off our shoulders. It feels like we've regained our freedom.
Mm-hmm. Being free sure feels pretty special now.
Oh, dang. Yeah. What a weird lesson, eh? Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true! Alright. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
Yeah, they seem to be focusing on these duos, like, relationship more.
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
We're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Okay, well then you have to wear their outfit. Okay. Their outfits are ugly, I'm not gonna lie. It could be worse, but it could be better.
Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too.
Getting a handbook means more work, just saying. If you want to become one officially.
The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary.
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
We should be safe now, right? Alright then, good night to you, traveler.
Good night to you, Paimon. No, there you go, they put it on the side. I mean, it still looks a bit weird, but it's better than her being on her back. Oh my god, I predicted it. I knew it was gonna have something with child. Oh. What's happening? Is this now or memory? Is my language in Japanese? Well, not English at least. Whoa! That it looks so cool. Was that the whale he saw long ago? You're ending it there? Oh my god! Okay, at least they gave us something like I asked. But what? Was that a memory or was he actually there? What is going on with child? But no! I can't wait, I want it now! Anyway, that was great. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this. There was like some parts where I'm like, okay, we're spending too much time with the NPCs. But don't get me wrong, the NPCs here in Fontaine are actually like quite enjoyable, like compared to others, I'm not gonna lie. So it didn't bother me that much, but there was times where I'd be like, man, I really want to know what's happening with the main characters right now. And we didn't, and you know, we spent so much long discovering a mystery that wasn't actually that important. It just kind of gave us, gave us more opportunity in a moment that was going to inevitably come. since Warsley wasn't actually a threat and he was gonna not really do anything, therefore help. Anyway, since he wasn't actually a threat and he just was gonna be fine at the end of the day, it does feel like our whole information thing was pointless. I guess we did help him with some information that he didn't even know about, but only slightly with like some of them, but most of it he knew anyways, and he just wanted us to impress him, you know? So I feel like maybe if I have more time to think about it, right now my initial thoughts is like, I don't really see the point of all that much. But maybe when I'm editing and I have more of like a fleshed out, more time to think about it, and I realize actually it wasn't that, like it was more important than I thought it was, or it's gonna come up in the next quest, I don't know. But at the moment, it wasn't like completely random, and it served some purpose, but at the end of the day, I feel like they could have focused on other aspects of this quest. But I still enjoyed it a lot, especially at least they made the NPCs quite enjoyable. I like that we at least got like some playable characters in between, which was like Linny and them, but even then we didn't see them that much. We got a lot of like talking of Child, which is great because I love Child's character. Too bad we didn't get to see much of him, but we did get to speak about him and get some insight on him that I don't think is really discussed in the game that much, like at least not behind text, you know, that stuff. Yeah, and it was kind of funny, like, and cute that we came here to help Child, and the whole mystery was solved around him. I mean, it was evolved around him. And now we have even more questions where something seems to be luring him and to a certain place, and where he's disappeared, and that's another question. That whale was very cool looking. That was a cool model. Just more Child, you know. Anyway, I love that a lot. I like we got to see more Chlorinde as well. I still think we need more of her, to be honest. And then now we introduced a new character, Warsley. I wouldn't mind seeing him more, but you know, we still had a good amount of time with him. We finally got the answer with Neuvillette, so that's great to see. And the cutscenes were so cool. I love the cutscenes. I don't think there's anything else I could think of right now. Maybe there is something I just can't think of it, but that kind of wraps it up for now. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this quest, and I hope to see you in what I'm guessing is the last act. I'm not sure since I go in this series completely blind. But if it is, I can't wait, and I will see you then. Goodbye!